for you guys today. I know I keep chalking shit on these Friday the 13th figures, but when you find them and you want them. So this guy, he's probably, now I probably have already said this in my past few videos, he's probably going to be the last Jason that I pick up, only because this sculpt for this Jason is totally different from all the other ones. I'm still in between whether or not I want to get the Friday the 13th figure from Freddy vs. Jason, but I don't think I will. And maybe some kind of temptation will want me to get him, but for now, this one will probably be my final one. I could be wrong. I think this is actually based off the first movie rather than them actually calling it part 2, but I could be completely wrong on that. Because when I typed in Friday the 13th, Part 1, Jason NECA, this was the only one that popped up, and if I'm not mistaken, the movie where he wears the burlap sack over his head, I'm pretty sure that's the first movie, but I could be completely wrong. I'm not too big of a fan of the Friday the 13th franchise too much. I know a lot of people like this franchise. I really just pick up the figures just because I love the look of Jason. I do like some of the lore behind Jason and who he is as a horror killer. Horror character in general. Same goes with Ghostface. I don't really care much for the Scream franchise much, but I do like the design of the character, and I think he looks great with the rest of my NECA figures, so that's why I picked him up. But anyways, enough of that. So here is the Part 2 Jason. So this is the one that I believe he's actually from the first movie. This is the one where he's wearing a burlap sack, as I've stated here. So this one's a totally different sculpt, which is why I picked him up, aside from all the other Jasons that I have. Yeah, you probably can see me in the reflection back there. Hello. So we'll definitely go over all of his accessories and his articulation and all that good stuff, but basic NECA packaging where they show you the figure on the box art here. This is technically an ultimate, as I would call it, Friday the 13th Part 2. And then you get to see the images on the back, and it does come with his mother's head, so that's a pretty nice little addition there. And of course the side of it. So that is it for the packaging, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open. Alright, so I just now got him out of the package. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we'll get into details about that in just a second. So really quick, I did pick this guy up in my local mountains, the same place that I've talked about the Ghostface, when I got my Ghostface figure, same place that I was mentioning that I found him last time. I really like this guy. He owns a comic book shop. He has all kinds of cool collectible shit, and he always seems to have a good relation with NECA in terms of keeping his NECA figures stocked up, because I can always actually manage to find things in there. And again, I managed to find another Ghostface Ultimate that was in there too. But yeah, I love his shop. He always has shit on demand for me, because I was up there today. But anyways, so let's start off with accessories first. This guy comes with a fairly good sized bit of accessories. The one thing I'm going to start off with in terms of his accessories that was a pain in the ass to figure out was the fire, because it does come with this fireplace, and I was trying to figure out how to like put the fire onto the wood sticks, and I actually had to look inside the box art from the inside to see how they how NECA put it on there, and this is supposed to be the correct way of doing it. I went by looking at the sticks, like these two little sticks right here, and then I kind of went, oh, okay, so what direction are we in to get these flames to stick on top of the logs here? And that's the best way that I can get it to fit. So yeah, he does come with a fireplace. The fire is separate from the logs, so if you do pick up this figure and you have a hard time trying to figure out how the fire goes onto the logs, just pay attention to how it looks in the box art, and that should give you a general idea. So yep, he comes with a fireplace. He does come with a pickaxe, and I think during the first movie he does use the pickaxe as his main weapon in this movie instead of a machete. So this is probably going to go on my figure, the pickaxe there. And then he comes with this extremely long spear. I mean, this fucker is long. This goes from point A to point B, and I can barely even manage to get it inside the camera angle here. So yeah, he does come with this long ass spear. And then he does come with a machete, though. It almost looks kind of like a, I don't know what you call these kind of machetes, but he does come with a machete nonetheless. And unlike my Part 3 Jason, this one actually has blood on it, so. And of course, just like my Part 3 Jason, he does come with a pitchfork, which I believe he used this during the first movie for the most part as well. So between the pickaxe and the pitchfork. And then you got a kitchen knife. Looks almost like a similar one It could be the same sculpt if I'm not mistaken, probably from the one from Halloween 2, or let me take a look here. Yeah, it's probably the one that's used in the Halloween 2018 figure, I think. Same sculpt by the looks of it. So that's pretty much it for his accessories. I mean, he does come with his mother's head. Of course, this isn't interchangeable though. This is pretty much just as a standoff thing. Does have some detail on the neck there, so pretty nice. So if you want to display that next to the fire or have him holding it. He does come with a alternative head here, so if you want to swap off the burlap sack head for a maskless version, you can do that. I think I'm going to keep mine just with the burlap sack on. It's kind of funny because the paint details on mine almost looks like he's kind of high. He just looks, because most of the ones in the pictures that I see for the Part 2 Jason, his eyes are a little bit more open, like he's more alert. This one just kind of looks like he's been kind of smoking some doobies here. So my Jason's a little bit of a pothead here. But now let's go into the figure itself. So the figure, I haven't articulated him yet, so hopefully I don't have this NECA figure breaking on me. But so here he is here. I guess we'll start off with the head here. The head doesn't really articulate a whole lot. It goes up and down, but that's about as much as I can get it, just because it's hindered from the back because of the burlap sack. You could probably get a little bit more movement if you swap the alternative head onto him though. Full 360. And I'm always careful about these elbow joints. The elbow does not really go up that much. It's not double jointed. So that's kind of a disappointment there. But I've noticed a lot of NECA's new figures are becoming a lot more double jointed in the elbow, so you can kind of get him to go all the way up to his face. That's a really nice feature, though I don't know how that, how that works in terms of their older figures, because they're still a nice sculpt and all, but they just, I don't know if they're going to come out with updated figures to have double joints. I don't know, but I would never want to purchase a second figure just to have that double joint option. However, I digress. So he does have a swivel in the arm or the hand here, so if you want to get it a little bit more of a whatever motion you're trying to get him to do there, again, there's a swivel in the forearm. And the other hand goes about the same distance, about right up there. That's about as high as you can go in terms of his arm. Forearm does swivel 360. There's also a swivel in the hand here, full 360 for the most part. And there is a bit of some soft goods here, so the overalls here are squishy, so you can get them into a nice motion. He does have a lot of motion in his torso area, so he has a bit of a ab crunch, I think. Yeah, he does have an ab crunch, kind of at the hips where my thumb is, as well as, he's got some rotation in his legs. Now, as far as the legs are concerned, because he has those soft goods in his codpiece area here, he can go kind of far. I don't know how far I can get him, but I think that's just about as high as I can go in terms of him kicking. That's as far as it'll go in terms of his knee. Knee does turn. Can't really get it all the way around just because it is a little hindered right here at his pants. And then there's not a whole lot of swiveling at all in his foot, but there is a little bit there to get him to stand properly. This figure is a little difficult to get him to stand on his own, I found out. Like me, let's just try to plop him. Like, he's okay now, but when I first took him out of the package, it was a bit of a pain in the ass to get him to stand upright. But and then there's his other knee. So his knees go pretty much the same distance. He probably could get him in a sitting position, but he looks like he's kind of like leaning back for the most part. And as far as splits go, I don't think he can do the splits because of his codpiece, his soft goods. Yeah, he can't do the splits much. That's about as far as I can get him. So, without stretching out the soft areas in any way. Not much of a, yeah, you can get more of a swivel on this leg than the other one. The other one, yeah, I can't get much of a swivel on his right leg, but the left one, yeah, it's decent. And of course, you can twist his leg all the way around. That's pretty much it for the figure, guys. I mean, pretty basic, you're really buying these figures for the aesthetic, you don't really buy them too much, to really fuck around with too much. So I don't know how I'm going to position him just yet, but yeah, you'll probably have already seen that at the intro of the video here. But I'll probably figure that out here in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much part 2 Jason. I am pretty much completely out of room on my shelf above me in terms of my NECA figures. Like, it is completely full. I am in the process of getting a coffin bookshelf put together. I think my uncle's going to help me with that, and I appreciate him doing that for me, because otherwise I was going to purchase it off somebody. I'll definitely have a video for that, and maybe I'll do a little time-lapse video of me and him putting it together. I can't measure for shit, so I'm having him help me out with the size plywood that I need and all that. It's probably going to be pine. Don't know the colors of it yet. I'm thinking like a gray, kind of like an old gray, aged gray type of look. I haven't really decided yet. I'm not sure yet. We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, I'm getting a bookshelf to kind of fit some more of these figures in there, as well as some other stuff like my VHS tapes that I've told you guys I'm starting to collect. I'm starting to collect some horror VHS tapes now, just to have a little bit of another collectible on the side in terms of the horror realm here. So I'll probably be putting those into the coffin. And any other little odds and ends. I have a little cool little vampire board game I might throw in there too. Just all kinds of shit that I want to put in there. And since I am moving, it's just more furniture that I want to have on hand for just for my room, you know, kind of spice it up a little bit. I am also getting a new desk, so this desk that I'm using right now to do my NECA figures could change in the future. I'm trying to keep these videos as clean as possible in terms of my NECA reviews here. I do want to try to find a better solution. I haven't really found that yet in terms of how I'm structuring these, but this is the best that I can do for now. So the structure of the video could be different the next NECA figure that I get. I think for now I'm completely done with NECA figures for the time being. This was one of the few figures that I wanted to pick up, but I don't know, something will probably persuade me to buy another one and do another video review for you guys. So that's a little bit of an update for you guys if you're interested. So that's why I talked about all that stuff. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this figure, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, guys, I guess I'll see you later. And one little final note, I am still doing Dead by Daylight stuff. So anyway, my Dead by Daylight users that are still here, I'm just waiting for the update, honestly, because I do have a video in terms of how I feel about Dead by Daylight in its current state. Considering I'm kind of falling off the game now, and I'm kind of a little upset about where the direction of the game is kind of going, so that's going to be my grievances for the next video. If those new animations, however, do get made and put into effect and stable, because those are one of my biggest gripes that I have, is the new animations they decided to go with. Anyways, no more ranting, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.